Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with right back Joao Cancelo as Saudi Arabia is gradually leaving the race for Joao Cancelo, and Barca are now feeling more optimistic on signing the player. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Jules Koundé, as the player have accepted Xavi's proposal to play as right back for the upcoming game against Cadiz after Ronald Araujo's injury yesterday. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In what could be a threat to FC Barcelona and their pursuit of signing a quality right back, journalist Paul Barros has reported via the Elated that Joao Cancelo has attracted strong interest from Saudi Arabia. It is known that Cancelo is not wanted by Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, and so it could be understood by the fact that he was, despite not being injured, was omitted from the squad that faced Sevilla in the UEFA Super Cup 2 days ago. Now, although Barcelona have been, his admirers for quite some time now, Manchester City have not been approached either by the Blaugrana or his agent George Mendes. Given the current set of circumstances, it is believed that Man City are still firm with their intention of selling Cancelo, but contrary to media reports, they are yet to receive an offer from Barca. As far as Barca are concerned, in spite of strong interest, dwindling finances have forced them to look elsewhere to acquire the fullback. As reported before, the team from Catalonia is not really looking for a direct transfer. Instead, considering the difficulty of paying Cancelo's transfer fee, they are preferring but a loan move with an option to buy at least at the end of the season. The will of the Portuguese international, whose market value currently stands at 50 million euros, is to join Barca as he is aware of Deco and Xavi's commitment, and why it is expected to be the key to closing the Barca rough. A tempting offer from Saudi Arabia could take a little to no time for the Manchester City to wrap up the deal. The Middle East has already left 35 million euros in City's purse for the sale of Riyad Mahrez to Al Ali, and they would not mind more incoming in form of in from their league. But Joao Cancelo, as we know, is understood to have agreed personal terms with Barcelona already, and so all that remains now is for the two clubs to iron out the details of the operation. Of course, we know that these two clubs have still to make any conclusion. Joao Cancelo has already made it clear that he really wants to join Barca. He knows that his future at City is over, as Pep Guardiola does not count on him. So Joao Cancelo, who has been Xavi's top choice, has been looking as though his move to Barca will be a reality. And of course, it now remains to be seen how Barca go from here. We know that heading into this summer, strengthening the right back position was one of our top priorities. And of course, we can't just end the summer window without doing that. And I think it should be good news that Joao Cancelo, who has been our top choice, is looking as so close to joining Barca. As Man City are okay with the idea of him leaving because their manager Pep does not count on him. So now the issue have always been the price in terms of the loan fee, which is still yet to be decided. That is why I earlier said the two clubs need to sit down and iron things out as to the transfer, as to the loan fee, as well as how would it divide the player's salary. It's also very important to negotiate on that. Then also, the buy option is currently set at 45 million, but Barca are planning that they will try to reduce that amount, and which will come only in the negotiation table with Manchester City. Barca wants a 25 million euro buy option, but Manchester City are already of the idea that 45 million is very okay. So it remains to be seen how negotiations will look like between the two clubs. as a move for Joao Cancelo looks likely as things stand, especially after George Mendes, who is close to Laporta and the Barca board, have assured them that a move for their top right back target is looking now like a possibility, and he have already assured that before the summer window comes to a close, Joao Cancelo will be a Barca player. I wish that comes to pass so that we can at least we can have a sigh of relief that wow, finally we have gotten our top right back target, and so there is nothing that we should be too worried about. Of course, we know that right now, as I said, the right back is a position that we need to strengthen. That is why we can see that Ronald Araujo was the one who played right back against Getafe last Sunday, because there's no right back that Xavi counts on. We don't expect Xavi to go and bring in Sergio Dest, right? Dest have never proven himself to be a quality that Xavi wants in his Barca side, and was not even called in the squad. Sergio Roberto is not effective playing right back, so it is so important. It is in fact compulsory for Barca to get a new right back, and from the look of things, Joao Cancelo might just be our new right back. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona did not have the best of start in La Liga after dropping 2 points to Getafe at the Coliseum Alfonso Perez and being struck with red cards to Xavi and Rafinha. Now Araujo has suffered injury lapse as well, and so is set to miss the upcoming clash against Cadiz in the Montjuic Stadium. With Barca losing some of the key players, the Catalans face a dilemma in their defensive department. According to Sport, Koundé will will most likely fill in for Araujo and in that right back position, but Sergio Roberto is also being considered as an alternative. Last season we saw Koundé playing there majority of the time, but his position is the right back, is the centre back, which he prefers. After having a mixed time playing in unfamiliar territory, Xavi finally accepted his wish to move the player to his natural position as centre back this season. In the pre-season opener against Getafe, Araujo played on the night as right back, a temporary measure until Barca can sort out their finances and fetch a top right back in the market. However, with Barca still engaged in negotiations as they continue to eye Joao Cancelo and Ivan Fresneda, the option that remains most viable is starting Koundé out wide. This paves the way for Eric Garcia as well, who is likely to be bettered centrally, paired alongside Andreas Christensen. Following a demotion in the pecking order, the Spanish defender will be keen to leave his mark and impress Xavi. Furthermore, the team is hoping to register Alonso in the time ahead of the Cadiz game. If the player's registration process is somehow complicated or it is completed on a timely basis, he could also be an option for Xavi. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.